What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. You know, it doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone, but feel a little lonely right now. Hey, Lucy, you have got some splaining to do. I got a lot of splaining to do on some of these trades. If we're looking at the market right now, we've got red rum. Yep, if you know where that line came from, then drum roll, please. You're pretty cool. So here we go. S&P 500 down, Dow down, NASDAQ down, Russell 2000 down, crude oil again down again. I think it's some sort of political conspiracy to cripple my sweetheart stocks, Devon Energy and Valero Energy. But we're watching the SPY take it right in the eye, 404.32, down almost 1 full percentage point today after being down yesterday to end the day as well. Let's take a look at the big board because I got some splaining to do. I've got a lot of splaining to do. We're taking a lot of gas here. AMD has found its way back out of the money, so that's good. Blackstone currently in the money, like deep in the money, like when I'm deep down in my whiskey. I think it's way down. When I'm way down in my whiskey. So it's currently trading at $80.70, down nearly 3% today. So it's already through our $82 strike. So we'll have to consider our options on this particular trade. I kind of figure this to be the training wheel. You know, it's like the prelude, like the precursor to the wheel could be these put credit spreads where you put these on and then you just, okay, hopefully they'll just expire at full profit. But if they don't, like in this particular trade, then I could sell that long leg for dollar bills and either roll or take assignment of the short leg and begin the wheel of fortune. So it's kind of it's the training wheels. You know, I picture the training wheels. I had this crazy little plastic bike when I was a kid. It was the very first bike that I learned to ride on, and it was plastic. It was like orange with like the fixed wheels, and it had training wheels. And I learned to ride on that. And the way I did is my brother took the training wheels off and he was going to teach me to ride without them because you know how those training wheels are. They start to, you just lean to one side at one point and they're like, they become bent up and then you're just riding with like a gangster lean. So he took those training wheels off and he's like, okay, I'm going to guide you down the road and then we'll try it alone. Well, we're just cruising along and I look back and he's like, he's like half a mile down the road. I'm riding that thing on my own. I was like, look, fellas, I'm riding a bike. And then I think I crashed. But anyways, training wheels is what this trade is called, these put credit spreads. If I decide to move forward with Blackstone, instead of just taking the loss, if I wanted to buy my way out of it right now, it would be how much? Around $500. So around $480 right there. And we only collected 116. So that would be locking in a loss. Is it possible for me to fight my way out of this trade with the training wheel? You know, cashing in on these. I could sell to close the puts that I bought at $79. Currently, that would create about $200 in the cash in my pocket. And I could either take assignment because see, hey, Blackstone already making its way up over $81. I could take assignment at $82 and immediately begin selling covered calls. I could even do that outside of or past the next. When is the next dividend date for our friends over at the Blackstone? Because I believe they just paid a. Did they just pay a dividend recently? I don't know. You haven't owned it in so long, you abandoned it. They abandoned me. They went up in price. My shares were called away at a little baby profit. And I've lived happily ever after since then. But now the market is giving me a shakedown, breakdown, and hopefully it won't kill me and it will make me stronger. So if we look at the Blackstone dividend, what are we looking at for the next X dividend date? Hey, wait, it's already passed. You don't even know what day it is. That's how crazy you are. What day is it? Is it the 4th? Yeah, May 4th. That's past. April's before May, Bart. Thank you. I appreciate that. So they don't have an ex-dividend date coming up for a while, which means we can monkey around with them without any repercussions on the covered call side. But it could easily rebound and be above that 82 tomorrow. I'm just trying to think through how I'm going to manage all of these trades that are currently giving me the old ground and pound, because that's what's happening. So Citigroup should, there's, unless something crazy happens in the market, that should expire at full profit. Caterpillar, which was doing great yesterday, maybe should have been closed, is now under pressure. Look at what is Caterpillar trading at. Wow, down almost 2%. It's at 211.83. So still in really good shape, is considering that tomorrow is expiration date on this trade. But if it gets crazy, because this is my prediction, and don't hold me to any of it, is that we'll be down today and then we're going to have a little bounce back to the green tomorrow. They're still reacting from the news from Jay Powell, the raising of the rates. And, some of these earnings reports are coming in a little, that's a little suspect, see? The guidance for the rest of the year. Some of them have really good guidance, and the market is still like, yeah, I don't know. We'll just see. We'll just see about that. Taking a lot of heat on CVS. I was aggressive, though, when I put that trade on at the $70 strike, because I was like, maybe I can start wheeling the CVS. Well, you might be wheeling it hard because it's currently trading at 68.52. So it is through our strike. If we want, we can trade out. Whoa, we got 10, you got 10 contracts. You're a kook. So, but if I traded these 10, I sold to close these 68 puts that I bought, I could collect $280, and then I could wheel the CVS, take assignment, wheel it, or roll it out a week, probably roll it out and collect some more dollar bills without taking assignment. But there are 10 of them. So that would create $70,000 in collateral, which I'm certainly willing and able to do. Looks like it's just been a bad week to stop sniffing glue. Ooh, man, again, if you know that line, hello. Sorry, sipping a little hot black coffee. Like my coffee, like I like my women. So yeah, I'm taking gas on Chevron. Coca-Cola is going to need to be rolled. MetLife is getting brutalized. Let's see where they're at. Oh boy, hello. They're at 54.37, down 7.38%. So I'm blown out on that right now at the 57 strike on our short leg. 54 puts can be sold for what? I can get around $350 ish. If I were to sell them, I'm gonna have to do the math though on all of this. Like I can go from basically wheeling next to nothing to a Ferris wheel. So I'm gonna have to do a little math, beep boop boop, and see how much of the capital is gonna be gobbled up if I go through with that plan on all of these positions that are taking water, taking gas, with the 5.5 with the Cinco de Mayo expiration date, because Qualcomm getting crushed as well. They are down almost 7. They're at 6.5% down. Just blasted. They're through both of my strikes there, which means that 107 is going to be worth gold, Jerry. It's worth gold. So I can get $217 per, and I got 3 of them. But then again, now I'd be taking possession of Qualcomm at 109 if I did nothing with it but take assignment. And then I'd have to be rolling my way out of the lagoon there, which could be a learning experience, because how I see the wheel, unless the market just continues to go downtown to Chinatown, which is very possible, hopefully not likely, but it's very possible, then if these share prices begin to recover, which they should, right, for sure over time, but I don't know short term, then you're going to make money. You're going to make dollar bills, because you're going to be collecting dividends. You're going to be collecting premium on your covered calls, etc., and so forth. But I've got 110 puts unprotected right there, just out there dangling in the wind. Starbucks is even heating me up. They're still over my 104 strike. They're at 104.66, but they were down nearly 10% yesterday. That's why I entered the trade. But they were down about 8% when I entered it, and then they kept going downtown to Chinatown. So Even Visa, what's Visa doing? They're at 224.68. So that one's still doing just fine, even though it's under pressure. And it would cost me what? I got 5 of those, so roughly $125 to get out, and I'm only 115 collected in premium when I got in. Because it was a short trade. It was supposed to be a short trade. But they've got the vice grips around my cookie bag. Oh, and Valero. We won't even talk about Valero. Oh boy. Oh, gee whiz. Verizon was under pressure on the call side. I have the 38 calls on the board right now. It looks like I won't have to do anything with them. Just let them expire at full profiteer. And we did take in $294, and we collected a sweetheart dividend from them recently. So we got that going for us. What else? We got Costco. Whoa. I thought this was a safe trade at 482.50 on the short leg. Of course, that's next week, but look what it's doing. It's at 488.15. It was yesterday, I think or the last 2 days it took some heat, didn't it? What's 1 week? Look at the 1 week. It's like, hey, we're over here at $500. We're doing good. We got big boxes of hefty bags if you need them, and then bang, zoom down to 492. Hey, wait a minute. I'll go back up here around 500, and then whoop, raging bull at Great America, taking you down, losing your stomach. So got me under some pressure there. So hopefully what doesn't kill me does make me stronger. And Lucy, who is one of my personalities, does have some splaining to do. So I'm explaining this to myself as well as you out loud as to what I'm thinking on these positions. We used to play pool all the time at my grandfather's house, and he was like a pool shark and would just mop the table with us grandkids. He didn't care. Oh, and he's the one that taught me that, and I'm like 5. He taught me, you don't just try to make the ball. You've got to get the cue ball into position for your next shot after making the ball. And he called that pose-ish. You got to get the pose-ish. Oh, Buck, I miss you. He was probably the most like me out of any family member ever. Even my own father wasn't really anything like me. So here we go, do-si-do. We're looking at these trades, hold on for dear life, biting our nails. We may make some moves on them today. We may let them ride into the sunset tomorrow to see if there is indeed a recovery in the market. Could just make it worse for me, a little bit more red rum. As you can see, this week I'm being brutalized. Down again a lot today, over $13,000. So that's just part of the fun, I guess, the learning experience as you go. We're still creating dollar bills through dividends and premium. So I try not to look at this number, but how can you not? Because, if it just keeps going down, then one day you wake up and you got to go back to work. I'm not doing it. I refuse. So there we have it. Begin the day, and we got some moves to make. Definitely have some more puts to sell, I would imagine, but I want to run some math, see where we're at. As far as if I went and removed all of the bomb shelters. So if your trades are getting nuked, right, you need a bomb shelter. All of these credit spreads automatically have a bomb shelter with buying that long leg. That's your protection, right? You can only lose what's between those dollar bills. That's if you wanted to lose money. Well, I don't want to lose money on these trades, and they're all companies that I would accept ownership of. All good companies, just taking it on the chin right now. That's what the market does. It's emotional short term, and then it's a great measuring device long term. So we'll be looking at those. What's Intel doing, by the way? So we've got 12 call contracts expiring next week, 512, and Intel's got to be over $30, right? Yeah, it's at 30.83. So we got a bunch of positions to consider. We will be doing that together. We'll do it together right here on the Wealth Snowball. Make sure you are indeed subscribed, like the video, leave me some comments, and I will see you in the next video.